Welcome. I'm Crystal Cook, and this is my data analysis overview. Carver STEAM Academy is located in Atlanta, Georgia, and it serves students from grades 9 to 12. Currently, we have about 460 students enrolled, with a predominantly Black or African American student body making up 96% of our total enrollment. As a Title I school, we face unique challenges as a high percentage of our students come from low income families. Now, it's also noteworthy that the class of 2024 has achieved an impressive 80.5% graduation rate. This reflects not only the hard work of our students, but also the commitment of our staff and community. As we move forward, think about the questions we will address regarding attendance and demographics, especially concerning our students with disabilities. This sets the stage for understanding the data we'll analyze in the upcoming slides. Key questions. First, we'll explore whether there are differences in attendance between student subgroups. This is crucial as attendance is often linked to academic performance. Secondly, we need to consider demographic indicators of success or failure. Understanding these factors will help us identify areas where we can better support our students. Finally, we'll examine how students with disabilities, or SWD, are performing compared to their peers without disabilities, referred to as SWOD. It's important to recognize the unique challenges faced by these students and how we can potentially improve their outcomes. So, what will the data show? This is what we are here to uncover together, as it will directly inform our strategies moving forward. All the data from this point on in the presentation is from the 2023-24 school year. Let's focus on the enrollment numbers first. We had a total of 552 students enrolled last year. Out of these, 450 were students without disabilities, which accounts for 82% of our population, while 102 students are classified as students with disabilities, making up 18%. That's about one in every five students. It's important to note that improvements within the SWD subgroup can significantly enhance overall outcomes for our school. This highlights the importance of our approach in supporting these students effectively. The attendance data reveals significant challenges within the school, with over half of our students missing more than 15 days. This poor attendance negatively affects academic achievement and overall school performance. Improving attendance, particularly for students with disabilities, is crucial for better outcomes. Moving forward, we will compare attendance rates between subgroups, focusing on students with disabilities versus those without, to gain deeper insights. Let's focus on attendance among various subgroups. Limited English proficient. Students have the best attendance, but they are a small group, fewer than 10. Students with disabilities have slightly better attendance rates than those without, indicating positive factors affecting student with disability attendance. Improving attendance is essential for enhancing academic performance. Next, we will explore how these attendance patterns impact overall performance. Analyzing the performance of students with disabilities versus their peers without disabilities highlights the significant impact of attendance on academic outcomes. Currently, students without disabilities outperform students with disabilities, partly due to the presence of distinguished learners in students without disabilities. However, students with disabilities show proficiency in areas, particularly in the biology end of course tests, indicating a potential focus for support to improve their outcomes. Future discussions will explore how end of course performance affects graduation rates and the need for tailored instruction for students with disabilities. Focusing on students with disabilities in biology presents growth opportunities. A targeted approach can enhance proficiency and cultivate distinguished learners. Additionally, performance on end of course tests impact credit accumulation and graduation rates. Thus, improving biology outcomes can significantly help students with disabilities secure necessary credits for graduation, addressing disparities in graduation rates in future discussions. As we look deeper into the graduation rates, we can see a troubling trend. The graduation rate of students with disabilities is significantly lower than that of students without disabilities. This disparity is likely due to a combination of factors. Number one, low scores on the end of course test. These scores directly impact the credits necessary for graduation. Two, inadequate instruction. Three, lack of specially designed instruction. When instruction isn't tailored, students struggle to keep up. Four, least restrictive environment issues. Not all students are being served in a settings that best support their learning. And five, poor attendance. This is a critical factor that we cannot overlook. It's important for us to recognize these challenges as addressing them could lead to improved outcomes for our students with disabilities. Next, we will discuss the implications of these findings. Let's take a moment to look at some of our strengths regarding student participation and performance. First, it's encouraging to see that the percentage of students participating in state assessments remains consistently high. This is a positive indicator of engagement within our student body. Next, we've observed that students with disabilities are demonstrating slightly higher attendance rates than their peers without disabilities. This is a significant achievement and suggests that our efforts to support these students may be having a positive impact. Additionally, the overall graduation rate at our school has improved over the past 3 years. This upward trend is something we should celebrate as it reflects our commitment to enhancing education for all students. Lastly, chronic absenteeism has decreased during this same period, which is vital for ensuring that students are present and ready to learn. These strengths provide a foundation we can build upon as we move forward. Now let's consider the challenges that lie ahead. The disparity between the graduation rates of students with disabilities and those without is very concerning. First, it's crucial to acknowledge that students with disabilities are underperforming on the Georgia Milestones end of course assessments. This gap not only reflects academic challenges, but also highlights systemic issues that need our attention. Next, we must address the impact of chronic absences. These absences are particularly detrimental to test scores for students with disabilities. We need to understand how these factors interplay and affect overall performance. Finally, while we have seen improvements in overall attendance rates, we must remain vigilant. It's important to consider how we can better support our students with disabilities to ensure they are present and engaged in their learning journey. In our next section, we'll explore the action steps we can take to address these issues effectively. Action steps for improvement. First, training all teachers on specially designed instruction for students with disabilities is crucial. This equips our educators with the strategies needed to support these students effectively. Next, we need to implement this targeted SDI during our acceleration block. This focused approach can significantly enhance our students' learning experiences. Additionally, let's emphasize the importance of building positive relationships between case managers and parents. These connections are vital. They not only foster trust, but can also encourage improved attendance for our students with disabilities. which will positively impact our overall school attendance rate. Lastly, we must ensure that students with disabilities are placed in their least restrictive environments. Utilizing small group instructions and co-taught classes can also provide the support these students need to thrive. By taking these steps, we can create a more inclusive and supportive learning environment. That ends the presentation. Thank you for your time and attention.